Recalled to life!
Recalled to life!
Buried how long?
Almost 18 years!
And all over being dug out.
Oh, long ago!
You know you are recalled to life.
I hope you care to live.
And I show her to you.
Will you come and see her?
He can't, sir.
He can't
He
speak.
doesn't know.
He doesn't know
He
her!
doesn't understand.
Gracious creator of day, to be buried alive for 18 years.
She's here.
So,
I brought her.
so soon?
Just this minute.
Oh, I expected her at 5.
Oh, hey, oh, hum.
I beg your pardon.
Just like a banker.
Recalled to life.
Recalled to life.
Miss Annette.
Yes.
In your adopted country, I presume I can do no better than to address you as a young English lady.
If you please, sir. Mr. Lord.
Mr. Lorry. Mr. Jarvis Lorry.
I received a letter from the bank.
Yes, indeed. I am with Tellson's Bank in London. You are, I know, a ward of Tellson's.
A letter respecting the small property of my poor father, whom I never saw, so long dead.
Buried.
Informing me of some discovery which renders it necessary that I should return to that I should go to Paris, and that, as I am an orphan and have no friend who could go with me, I should place myself, during the journey, under your protection.
I will be more than happy to execute the charge.
Sir, I thank you.
Miss Manette, I am a man of business. I have a business charge to acquit myself of. In your reception of it, heed me no more than a speaking machine. Now, it is very difficult to begin.
Quite a stranger to me.
Am I not? Dr. Manette.
My father.
A gentleman of Beauvais, a scientific gentleman of great repute in Paris.
Alexandre Manette, physician, native of Beauvais, afterwards resident in Paris.
He married.
20 years ago, an English lady. Yes, I know.
Ah, my wife, beloved of my heart, my fair, young English wife.
My poor dear mother.
His affairs, like the affairs of many other French gentlemen, were entirely in Tellson's hands. No business relationships, miss. There is no friendship in them, nothing like sentiment. I spend my entire life turning an immense pecuniary mangle.
Mr. Lord, when my mother died, I was left an orphan, and I begin to think it was you who brought me to England. I'm almost sure it was you.
Miss Annette, it was I. Indeed, your mother, who, when your father disappeared, disappeared, vanished, perhaps, either word will do, it is not immaterial.
The word is most material, Mr. Lorry. My father died before I knew him.
But if he had not died, when he did...
You frighten me.
Pray, control your agitation.
I entreat you, tell me more.
I am going to. You can bear it.
I can bear anything. Anything but the uncertainty you leave me in at this moment.
One evening in the 3rd week in December in the year 1757, I was walking in the suburb of Saint-Antoine in Paris.
If Monsieur Manette had not died, if he had suddenly and silently disappeared,
The suburb of Saint-Antoine in Paris, samples of a people that had undergone a terrible grinding and regrinding in the mill, passed in and out of every doorway, shivered in every corner, looked out of every window, fluttered in every vestige of a garment that the wind shook.
The children had ancient faces and grey voices, and upon them and upon the grown ones was the sign, hunger. Hunger was pushed out of the tall houses in the wretched clothing that hung upon poles and lines.
Hunger was patched into them with straw and rag and wood and paint.
Hunger stared down the smokeless chimneys,
Hunger was the inscription on the baker's shelves, written in every small loaf of its scanty stock bag.
At the sausage shop, and every dead dog preparation that was offered for sale.
I found myself about an hour's distance from my place of residence in the street of the School of Medicine, when a carriage came up behind me, driven very fast.
The common people barely had time to disperse before the sweating horses.
Stop!
You are Dr. Manette. I am. Formerly of Beauvais, an expert surgeon.
With a rising reputation in Paris.
And we have been to your residence and learned we might find you here. Would you please to enter the carriage, Doctor?
Gentlemen, pardon me, but I usually inquire as to who it is who does me the honour to ask my services and the nature of the case to which I'm summoned.
Doctor, your clients are people of condition, and as to the nature of the case, we'd best to discern it for yourself than we can possibly describe it.
Enough. Doctor, if you please.
The carriage left the street, passed through the north barrier, and entered into a country road.
In the villages, taps and taxers were fast asleep.
Dreaming perhaps of banquets, as the staff usually do. The lean inhabitants slept fitfully.
After some hour or 70 minutes, we stopped at a great house and turned into a stable building almost hidden by trees.
This way, Doctor. Follow quickly. Your patient, Doctor. She has a high fever.
How long has she been like this?
Well, since this hour last night.
I will see her at once.
Follow me.
Stay back!
Doctor!
Who is it?
A dog. A crazed
Oh,
young
brother,
dog.
Out of our
sir! You
way!
shall not go to her again.
How dare you!
Oh, you are proud, monsieur. We common dogs are proud too sometimes. You plunder us, you beat us, you kill us. But we have a little pride left sometimes.
I am a doctor, boy. Allow me to examine her.
No! I do not want her examined. Let her be.
Give me money.
You cannot buy me now when you have robbed us for so long.
It may be that I can help the girl.
She is my sister, Doctor. They have had their shameful rights. These nobles in the modesty and virtue of our sisters many years.
Be silent!
Better teach him a lesson, my brother.
I would not soil my sword with his blood.
Have you done?
Another gentleman.
It is a gentleman's business.
And how does these two persuade my sister's husband to make her willing?
Doctor, you're patient. Her fever is catching. Would you prescribe the letting of blood?
By no means.
They harnessed him to a cart and drove him. They kept him out in an unwholesome mist of night and ordered him back into his harness in the day. He was not persuaded, no. One day, taken out of his harness at noon, he sobbed 12 times, once for every stroke of the bell, and died in her bosom.
As you shall die now!
His brother took her away for his pleasure and diversion for a little while. Worn out with grief and suffering, my father's heart burst. My sister fell into a madness, a victim of this proud
You brought her!
Our King, in the days when all things are to be answered for, I summon you and yours to answer for the last of your bad race. I mark this cross of blood upon you as a sign I do this. Doctor, you are my witness. In the days when all things are to be answered for, you are my witness. In the days when all things are to be answered for, you are my witness. If Monsieur Manette had not died, if he had suddenly and silently disappeared, if his enemies could exercise the privilege of consigning anyone to the oblivion of a prison for any length of time, then you may comprehend the motive and purpose of our journey today.
And my mother?
She implored the king, the queen, the court, the clergy for any tidings of him, but all in vain. At last, she came to the determination of sparing her poor child the inheritance of any part of her agony by rearing her in the belief that her father was dead.
I was told of a discovery, sir.
Ah, yes. He has been found. He is alive. Greatly changed, there is no doubt. Still alive. He has been taken to the house of an old servant in Paris, and we are going there. Oh dear me. Miss Manette, she doesn't notice a word. How very confusing. How am I to contract business if I am confused? Hello? Hello there?
Oh, my precious, my bird! Why, look at you all. Why don't you go fencing instead of standing there looking at me? I'm not so much to look at, am I? I'll let you know if you don't fetch any salt, cold water, and vinegar quick. I will.
I really think this must be a man.
And you, in brown, couldn't you tell her what you had to tell her without frightening her to death? Just look at her with her pretty pale face and her cold hands. Do you call that thing a bank hunter?
I hope she will do well now.
No thanks to you in brown if she does.
I hope you may accompany Miss Manette to France.
Oh, likely thing too. If it was ever intended that I should go across salt water, do you think Providence would have cast my lot in an island?
Miss Manette. Yes. Recalled to life. Am I correct in taking this to the wine shop of Monsieur Defarge? Our business is with Monsieur Defarge. He is expecting us. You work hard, madam.
Yes,
Ooh.
I have much to do.
What is it you make?
Oh, many things.
For instance?
Oh, for instance, shrouds.
Recalled to life.
Recall to life.
This is our man.
You're his daughter. Come. Very fine. Still difficult, then we'll begin slowly.
Is he alone?
Alone? God help him, who should be with him?
Is he always alone?
Yeah.
He is greatly changed.
Changed? God take their souls to everlasting hell.
I'm afraid of it.
Of it? Of what?
I mean, of him, of my father.
Good day.
Good day.
Still hard at work, I see.
Yes, I am working.
You have a visitor, you see.
What did you say?
You have a visitor. Come. This is Monsieur. He knows a well-made shoe when he sees one. Show that shoe you're working at. Won't you tell Monsieur what kind of shoe it is and the maker's name?
I forget what it was you asked me. What did you say?
Won't you describe the type of shoe for Monsieur's information?
It is a lady's shoe. It's a young lady's walking shoe. It's in the present mode. I never saw the mode. I held the pattern in my hand.
And the maker's name?
Did you ask my name?
Assuredly I did.
105 North Tower.
Is that all?
105 North Tower.
You are not a shoemaker by trade?
I'm not a shoemaker by trade. I was not a shoemaker by trade. I learned it here. I taught myself. I asked permission to teach myself, and I got it over time and with great difficulty, and I've made shoes ever since.
Dr. Manette, do you remember nothing of me?
Have you recognised him, Monsieur?
Yes, definitely. For one moment, single moment, I have unquestionably seen the face I once knew so well.
What is this? You're not the jailer's daughter?
No,
Are you? The same. The same hair. How could this be? She laid her head on my shoulder that evening. She had a fear of me going out. How was this? Was that you?
I entreat you, good gentlemen, do not come near us. Do not speak. Do not move.
Same voice. How can this be? You're too young. See what the prisoner is. These are not the hands she knew. This is not the voice that she ever heard. No. No. Tell me, what is your name, my gentle angel?
Sir, at another time you shall know my name, and who my mother was, and who my father, and how I never knew their hard, hard history. If you hear in my voice, I don't know that it is so, but I hope it is. If you hear in my voice any resemblance to a voice that was once sweet music in your ears, weep for it. If, when I tell you that your agony is over, and that I have come to take you from it, it causes you to think of your useful life laid waste, and of your native France so wicked to, weep for it, weep for it. And if, when I shall tell you my name, you learn that I have to kneel to my honoured father and implore his pardon for never having striven day and night for his sweet sake, weep for it, weep for it. Oh, my God! Good gentlemen, say I feel his tears upon my face and his sobs strike against my heart. Oh, see! Thank God for this! Thank God!
Is he fit enough to travel?
More than fit to remain in this city.
You remember this place, my father? You remember coming up here?
What did you say? Remember? No, I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Within 2 hours, Mr. Lorry and Monsieur Defarge had made all ready for the journey and had brought with them, besides travelling cloaks and wraps, bread and meat,
Wine.
hot coffee. On reaching the courtyard, they heard him mutter, 105 North Tower.
And as he looked about him, it evidently was for the strong fortress walls that had long encompassed him.
But there was no crowd about at all.
Only one soul was to be seen, and that was Madame Defarge, who leaned against the doorpost knitting. saw nothing.
To the barrier!
Ah, here's our pitch.
The coachman cracked his whip, and as they clattered away under a feebler and feebler grove of over-swinging lamps, out under the great grove of stars.
Beneath that arch of unmoved and eternal lights, some so remote from this little earth that the learned tell us it's doubtful whether no rays have even yet discovered us. As a point in space where anything is suffered and done.
Daring burglaries by armed men and highway robberies took place in the capital every night.
The highwayman in the dark was a city tradesman in the light, and being recognised and challenged by his fellow tradesmen, gallantly shot him through the head and rode away.
That magnificent potentate, the Lord Mayor of London, was made to stand and deliver on Turnham Green by one highway robberyman.
Who despoiled the illustrious creature in sight of all his retinue.
5 years later.
The hangman, ever busy and ever worse than useless, was in constant requisition. Today taking the life of an atrocious murderer, and tomorrow of a wretched pilferer who robbed a farmer's boy of 6 pennies.
The Old Bailey!
The Old Bailey was famous as a kind of deadly inn yard, where pale travellers set out continually in carts and coaches on a violent passage into the other world.
What's on?
Nothing yet.
What's coming on?
Charles Darnay.
Well, what one's that?
The treason case.
Oh, the quartering one, eh?
He'll be drawn on a hurdle to be half hanged, and then he'll be taken down and sliced in front of his face,
Ooh.
and his insides will be taken out and burned while he looks on.
Oh.
Then his head will be chopped off, and he'll be cut into quarters, and that's the sentence.
Oh, if he's found guilty and he's
Oh,
said,
they'll find him guilty. Don't you be
Oh, that's
afraid.
Silence in court! Will the accused, Charles Darnay, step forward? Charles Darnay, you stand accused as a false traitor to our Lord the King, by reason of your having, on divers occasions and by divers means, assisted Louis the French King, by wickedly, falsely, and treacherously revealing to the said Louis what forces our Lord the King had in preparation to send to North America and Canada for the punishment, subjugation, and control of his rebellious, disobedient, and insolent subjects there. How do you plead? Not guilty. Mr. Attorney General.
My lord, gentlemen of the jury, the prisoner before you, though young in years, is old in the treasonable practices which claim the forfeit of his life. The prisoner has, for many years, been in the habit of passing and repassing the between France and England on secret business of which he can give no honest account.
It is a happy coincidence.
But Providence has put it into the heart of a shining citizen, formerly the prisoner's friend, to ferret out the nature of a prisoner's schemes and, struck with horror, to disclose them to His Majesty's Chief Secretary of State. I call Mr. John Barsad.
Oh, John Barsad!
You are
Mr. John Barsad.
a gentleman
Yes,
and patriot.
all my life.
Are you acquainted with the prisoner?
These 5 years,
Do you know him well?
very well.
How well?
Day and night, hardly out of his company.
Very well.
Very well.
And do you recognize these lists?
Very much so.
Have you seen these lists before?
Indeed.
Lists of His Majesty's forces
Of their disposition and preparation.
by land and sea. Where have you seen these lists?
In the prisoner's pockets.
And,
In the prisoner's desk.
and,
In the prisoner's hands when he spoke to gentlemen.
French gentlemen.
Both at Calais and Boulogne.
Where was it?
Many times.
And was the first time?
5 years ago, within a few weeks.
Within a few weeks of the first action fought between British troops and the Americans. No further questions.
Mr. Schreiber!
You ever been a spy yourself?
No, I scorn the base insinuation.
What do you live on?
Property.
Where is it?
I can't recall precisely where it is.
What is it?
Well, that's no business of anybody.
Inherited?
Yes.
From whom?
Relations.
Distant?
Distant.
Very distant.
Very distant.
Ever been in prison yourself?
No, and no again.
Debtor's prison?
Well, I...
Never?
Yes.
How often?
2 or 3 times.
Not 5 or 6 times.
Perhaps.
And your profession?
I am a gentleman.
A gentleman? Ever been kicked?
No.
Frequently?
Well,
Ever been kicked downstairs?
certainly not.
No.
Once got kicked at the top of the staircase, fell downstairs quite of my own accord.
Ever borrow money of the prisoner?
Yes.
Ever pay?
No.
Is in fact your relationship with the prisoner a trivial one, forced upon the prisoner in packets, inns and coaches?
No.
Are you certain you saw the prisoner with these lists?
Yes.
Had no prior knowledge of these lists?
No.
Did not procure these lists for your own purposes?
No.
Do you hope to get anything by this evidence?
No.
Are you not in the regular pay and employment of the government to lay traps?
Certainly not.
Do you swear it?
No. And that is yes.
Oh, Miss Lucy Manette!
Who's this?
A witness.
Who's the gent?
Her father.
Who's called up?
The prosecution.
Oh, against the prisoner.
Against the prisoner.
Miss Van Nant, you have seen the prisoner before?
Yes.
Where?
I was returning from France 5 years ago. At Calais, the prisoner came on board.
At what hour had he come on board?
At a little after midnight.
In the dead of night? Had he come on board alone?
No.
How many were with him?
2 French gentlemen.
Had any papers been handed about among them similar to these lists?
Some papers had been handed about among them.
But like these in shape and size?
Possibly, but the light was very dim.
So listen now to the prisoner's conversation, Miss Manette.
The prisoner was as open in his confidence with me as he was kind and good.
go on.
He told me he was travelling on the business of a delicate and difficult nature, which might get people into trouble, and that he was therefore travelling under an assumed name.
Oh.
He told me this business might take him backwards and forwards between France and England for a long time to come.
Did he say anything about America, Miss Manning? Be particular.
He explained to me how the quarrel had arisen, and he said that, so far as he could judge, it was a wrong and foolish one on England's part. He added,
I think it not unlikely, Miss Lynette, that George Washington might gain almost as great a name in history as George III.
Thank you, Miss Manning. I love you all.
A singular circumstance now arose in the case.
The prosecution called for a witness to identify that the prisoner had been, at a particular time, in the coffee room of the Duke's Head in a garrison and dockyard town.
It was most certainly the prisoner.
When the prisoner's junior counsel, my learned friend,
Whose careless, slovenly appearance bespoke a life disreputable, if not quite debauched,
rose to his feet.
I don't laugh again, he don't get no more work to do. Doesn't look the sort of
You're quite sure it was the prisoner?
quite sure.
Do you ever see anybody very like the prisoner?
Not so like that I could be mistaken.
So I can see.
Oh, you like this twin bus.
Remarkable.
But perhaps we've met before. I like the Duke's Head, the coffee room.
Mr. Carton, are we to try you for treason?
If your lordship please.
Are you still so certain that it was the prisoner you saw?
Well, yeah.
Even though, quite by chance, you now see someone so very like him. Perhaps it was another man you saw.
Well,
Or perhaps you saw no man at all, and your testimony is of that vile and infamous character which so disfigures cases such as this, and indeed, gentlemen of the jury, trials across the country.
Mr. Strider, I will not suffer these illusions in my courtroom. I shall hold you in contempt, sir. In contempt!
The patriot, Boss, is in fact no more than a hired spy himself, a traitor, an unblushing trafficker in blood, a Judas. The eyes of this spy lighted upon the prisoner, because family affairs in France forced the prisoner to occasionally cross the channel. The evidence warped and wrested from this young woman has come nothing. The prisoner is an ally of this glorious country, a friend and ally of our noble Lord the King, and wholly innocent of the fabrications of the prosecution. Innocent!
The jury will retire to consider their verdict.
Officer, to this young lady, have my father take her out. Let me see she will fall.
An hour and a half limped heavily away.
Mr. Darnay, we'll be anxious to hear of our witness, Miss Manette. She'll do very well. You've seen the worst of her agitation.
Oh, I am deeply sorry to have been the cause of it.
What do you expect, Mr. Darnay?
The worst.
That's the wisest thing to expect, and the likeliest. I think their long deliberation is in your favour.
Gentlemen of the jury, how do you find the prisoner?
Not guilty!
congratulations.
Our relief and joy at this conclusion.
My grateful thanks to all.
You may hardly comprehend my anxiety that the evidence which I had given.
Oh, welcome. A holy welcome, outcome.
There are no words to express.
No? Well, it was a great undertaking, and undertaken well. I am proud to have brought you to justice, Mr. Darnay. The prosecution's case was infamous, grossly infamous, but none the less likely to succeed on that account.
You have laid me under an obligation to you for life.
Ah, Mr. Darnay, I have done the best that I can do, and I hope my best is as good as the next man's.
Oh, much better.
Oh, really? You think so? Well, of course, you were there the whole time. You should know.
Mr. Darnay. Oh, you look pale.
I hardly seem yet to belong to this world again.
Mr. Darnay, my father is anxious to thank you for your kindness to him 5 years ago.
You are much recovered, sir, for which we should all give thanks.
In the days when all things are to be answered for, you are my witness.
I must get back to work. I've been idle too long. Young lady's walking.
Father, father.
Forgive me. Forgive me. It's such a day. I feel a little faint.
Shall we go home?
Yes, I think that would be best. Mr. Hi. Congratulations.
Good night, Mr. Darnay. I hope we may see you again.
I hope I most fervently share.
Mr. Strand, will you see us to a carriage? We are all in need of sleep.
Well, you must speak for yourself, Mr. Nett. Speak for yourself. I have work to do tonight. Memory, tonight at 10. I shall see you at 10, Memory. Well, goodbye, Mr. Darnay. Goodbye. Come along now.
Do you feel that you belong to this terrestrial scheme again, Mr. Darnay? I am still confused regarding time and place, but I am so mended as to feel that. There must be an immense satisfaction. As to me, the greatest desire I have is to forget that I even belong to it. There's no good in it for me. Except for one like this. Nor I for it. So not much alike in that particular, or any particular, you and I. What do you call a health, Mr. Darnay? Why don't you give a toast? What health? What toast? Oh, it's on the tip of your tongue. It ought to be. Must be. Miss Manette. Miss Manette there. It's a fair young lady to be pitied for and wept for by. How does it feel? Was it worth being tried for one's life to be the object of such sympathy and compassion? I cannot answer your question. I know I am much indebted to you for your part in the happy outcome. I neither want any thanks or merit. There's nothing to do in the first place. I don't know why I did it in the second. Darnay, let me ask you a question. Willingly, and a small return for your good offices. Do you think I particularly like you? Really, Mr. Carton, I have not asked myself the question. Well, ask yourself the question now. You have acted as if you do, but I don't think you do. I don't think I do. Please have a very good opinion of your understanding. Nevertheless, there is nothing in that I hope to prevent our parting without ill blood. Nothing in life. Then good night, Mr. Carton. Last word, Mr. Darnay. You think I'm drunk? I think you have been drinking. You know I've been drinking. Since I must say so, I know it. And you should likewise know why. I am a disappointed judge, sir. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. That is much to be regretted. You might have used your talents better. So, Mr. Darnay. Maybe not. Good night, then, Mr. Carton. Good night. Don't let your sober face elate you, however. You don't know what life may come to. Do you particularly like the man? Why should you particularly like a man who resembles you? There's nothing in you to like, you know that. Confound you, what a change you've made in yourself. A good reason for taking to a man that shows you what you've fallen away from. What you might have been. These places with him. To be looked at by those beautiful brown eyes as he was, as agitated, that bad old face as he was. The devil, come on. Have it out in plain words. You hate the fellow!
And Sydney Carton turned and walked out.
He turned into the temple and having revived himself by twice pacing the pavements of King's Bench Walk and Pink Buildings, turned into the Strider Chambers.
Ah, you are a little late tonight, Memory.
About the usual time, maybe a quarter of an hour later.
Oh, well, not a lot of boiling down to do tonight, Memory.
How much?
Oh, just these two sheets here. Last one for me.
Do the worst ones.
There we are. Sit about.
It has been noted at the bar that whilst Mr. Stryver was a glib man and an unscrupulous and a ready and a bold,
He had not that faculty of extracting the essence from a heap of statements and is among the most striking and necessary of the applicant's accomplishments.
But a remarkable improvement came upon him, Mr. Biss.
at last it began to get about that although Sydney Carton would never be a lion, he was an amazingly good jackal, and he rendered simple service to Mr. Stryver in that capacity.
Sometimes from 10 at night until 3 in the damp, dark morning.
You know, Carton, you were very sound with those witnesses today. Every question told, oh, I don't gainsay it. Oh, what has ruffled your temper? Have some more wine to smooth it. Ah, same old Sydney Carton of old Shrewsbury School, Seesaw Sydney. Up 1 minute, in high spirits, and then in despondency. Oh, why?
God knows. It's my way, I suppose.
And your way is and was a very lame way, Sydney. You have no drive, no purpose, no passion. I mean, look at me. How have I done what I've done? How do I do what I do?
Partly through paying me to help you. What you want to do, you do. You're always in the front rank, I was always behind.
Yes, but I had to make my way there, Sydney. I was not born into the front rank, was I?
I was not present at the ceremony, but my opinion is you were. It's a gloomy subject to talk about one's past at the day's break-in. Tell me in some other direction before I go.
Oh, well, yes. Well, pledge me the pretty witness. That should be a pleasant direction for you.
Pretty witness. I've had enough of pretty witnesses today. Who's your pretty witness?
Why, the doctor's daughter, Miss Maddox. She's pretty. Well, is she not? Ma'am, she was the admiration of the whole court.
Drop the admiration of the whole court. Who made the old Bailey a judge of beauty? She was a raven-haired doll.
Oh, well, you know, Sydney, I seem to remember from this afternoon that you were rather sympathetic towards that raven-haired doll.
Sympathy? Great heavens above, man, I have more sympathy for your ugly face. Raven-haired doll. Sympathy for her. I hardly noticed she was there. I'm sad. I pledge you, but I deny the beauty.
Yes.
Well, I have no more to drink. I'm going to go to bed.
Thank you, Sydney.
When he stepped out of the house, the air was cold and sad. The dull sky overcast, the river dark and dim. Waste forces within him and a desert all around. This man stood still for a moment and saw, lying in the wilderness before him, a mirage of honourable ambition, self-denial and perseverance.
The fair city of this vision. There were airy galleries where the loves and graces looked upon him. Gardens with the fruits of life unripening. waters of hope sparkled in his sight.
A moment, and it was gone. Climbing into a tall chamber in a well of houses, he threw himself down in his clothes on a neglected bed, and the pillow was wet with wasted tears.
What has gone wrong?
It is his child.
I find it extraordinary that you people cannot look after yourselves and your children. One or other of you is forever in the way. How am I to know what injury you have done to my horses? Yeah, get in that.
Be a brave man, Gaspard. It's better for a poor little plaything to die so than to live. He's died in a moment without pain. Could it have lived an hour of happiness happily?
You are a philosopher. How do they call you?
Monsieur le Marquis? They call me Defarge,
Of what trade?
vendor of wine.
Take that, philosopher and vendor of wine. Spin it as you will. Are the horses settled there? Pull through that. You dogs! I would ride over any of you and exterminate you from the earth. If I knew who threw that and had a mind to teach them a lesson, I'd crush you under the wheels.
It is a long time.
When is it not a long
Oh!
time? Vengeance and retribution demand a long time. It is a rule.
It does not take a long time to strike a man with lightning.
How long does it take to make and store lightning? Tell me. It does not take long for an earthquake to swallow a town. How long does it take to prepare an earthquake?
A long time.
But all the while, it's preparing, although it is not seen or heard. That is your consolation. Keep it. Look around you. Consider the lives of all the people that we know. Consider the faces of all the people that we know. Consider the rage and anger you have in your hearts all the time, more and more each hour. Can such things last?
They will come in our lifetime.
We shall have helped it. Nothing that we do is done in vain. I believe with all my soul that we shall see the triumph, but if not, there is not a debt outstanding that I would not repay with interest.
Yes, of course.
When the time comes, let loose a tiger and a devil. But wait for the time with the tiger and the devil chained, not shown, but always ready. Return to your homes. The day is coming when this pattern will be plainly understood. And all the names recorded here unpicked.
My brave wife. I've been warned as another spy commissioned for our quarter.
Very well, then it is necessary that he be registered. Do we know his name?
He's English.
Ah, so much the better. Name?
Barsad.
Barsad. Good. Christian name?
John.
John Barsad. Good. His appearance, is it known?
Age about 40. Average height. Brown hair. Fair hair, brown eyes. Face sallow. Quite handsome.
It is a portrait.
He shall be registered tomorrow.
The quiet street lodgings of Dr. Manette and his daughter Lucy were on a quiet street corner not far from Soho Square.
There were few houses then north of the Oxford Road, and forest trees flourished and wild flowers grew, and the hawthorn blossomed in the now vanquished fields.
As a consequence, country airs circulated in Soho with vigorous freedom, instead of languishing into the parish like stray paupers without a settlement.
Miss Cross.
A pleasant sight, albeit wild and red and grim.
Miss Cross.
Who had escorted her young charge Lucy to meet Mr. Lorry at Dover almost 6 years earlier.
Miss Cross took charge of the little household.
And always acquitted herself marvellously.
Her dinners, of a modest variety, were well cooked and well served. She ravaged Soho in search of impoverished French, who for a shilling would impart culinary mysteries to her.
Mr. Lorry was a frequent visitor.
How did you?
I'm pretty well, I thank you. How are you?
Nothing to grumble about.
Indeed.
Ah, indeed.
Cross, I want to ask you a question.
I am very much put out about my ladybird. Indeed. Oh, for gracious sake, stop saying indeed, or you'll visit me to death.
Really, then?
Really is bad enough, but better. Yes, I am very much put out.
May I ask the cause?
I don't want dozens of people who are not at all worthy of the pet to come here looking after her.
Well, do dozens come for that purpose?
Hundreds.
Dear me.
I was leaving you alone. Lucy. Just 2 minutes. Lucy.
I have lived with the darling, and she has paid me for it. She certainly should not have done, since she was 10 years old. But it's really very hard. Crowds and multitudes of people who are not at all worthy of the pet are always turning up to take Ladybirds' affections away from me. When you began it...
I began it, Cross.
Well, didn't you? Who brought her father to life? Not that I have any fault to find with Dr. Manette, except he's not worthy of such a daughter.
It is of the doctor I wish to speak.
Oh, he-ho-hum.
You must not say such things, even in jest.
Indeed, Charles Darnay, you shall not leave us tomorrow. I forbid it.
I shall be in France for only a month.
Then it will be in a month's time that I shall next pass a night untroubled by anxieties for your safety.
You see, I am a villain. The prosecution's case was fair.
Mr. Carton, you said you wished to speak to me.
I did, yes.
You read of nothing, Mr. Carton. I fear you are not well.
No, Miss Vanetta, life I lead is not conducive to health. What is to be expected of such profligates?
Perhaps you should try to live a better life.
No, it's a shame.
Then why not change it?
Lucy, we are losing ground with Mr. Darnay. You alone can dissuade him.
I think not. You must fight on without me, at least for a few months.
I break down with the knowledge of what I want to say to you. Will you hear me?
If it will do you any good, Mr. Carton, it would make me very glad.
Do not be afraid to hear me. Do not shrink from anything I say. I am like one who died young. All my life might have been.
No, Mr. Carton, I am sure the best part of it might still be. You deserve so much more.
Say I deserve you, Miss Vanetta. Say I'm worthy of you. Although I know better. Although in the mystery of my own wretched heart I know better. You should never forget it.
Mr. Carton,
I know you can have no tenderness for me. I ask for none. I'm even thankful that it cannot be. If it had been possible for you to return the love of the man you see before you, who had been conscious in spite of his happiness, he would blight you, disgrace you, and put you down with him.
can I not repay this confidence by turning it to some good account for your sake?
None, Miss Manette. To none.
Can I not save you, Mr. Carton?
I wish you to know, you have been the last dream of my soul. The sight of you with your father, and of this home, such a home by you, stirred old shadows in me. I thought it died out long ago. Since I've known you, I've been troubled by remorse. A remorse that I thought would never trouble me again. I've had ideas of striving afresh and beginning anew, shaking off the sloth and the sensuality, fighting out an abandoned fight. It's a dream. It's all a dream. It ends in nothing. It leaves the sleeper where he lay. But I wish you to know that you inspired it.
Have I no power for good with you at all?
No, Miss Knight. The utmost good which I'm capable of, I come here to realise. Let me carry through the rest of my misdirected life in remembrance. I opened my heart to you, and there was something left of you which you could at least adore and pity.
Which I entreat you to believe with all my heart was capable of better things.
Entreat you to believe it no more, Miss Knight. The utmost good of which I am capable of, I've come here to realise, and I have proved myself. I've spoken to you in confidence.
Mr. Carton, the secret is yours, not mine, and I promise to respect it.
Thank you. God bless you. You had a nervous apprehension of me ever resuming this conversation by so much as passing away. Within myself, I should always be towards you what I am now. But outwardly, I should be what you have hitherto seen.
I believe. I believe.
For you, for any dear to you, I would do anything. I would embrace any sacrifice.
The custard will be growing mold if we do not end all this conversing in corners and sit down at the table to eat it. This is an improper retirement.
Shall we leave Lord Visitor? Visitor between him and you is an impassable space.
Mr. Carton!
Miss Cross,
It is doubly and trebly hard for a person when they have performed their appointed task and made eggs do their business in a foreign pastry to find other people scurrying up and down like ants on a doorstep.
my dear Miss Cross,
Your dearness nobody.
I have a question for you.
And I shall have the fit of the jerk shall keep me in my room for a week.
We are both people of business.
People of stuff nonsense.
I want to ask, and you alone I can trust in this. Does the doctor never refer to the shoemaking time?
Never.
And yet he keeps the tools and bench by him at all times.
Well,
Well, do you believe he thinks it much?
I do.
Do you imagine?
Never imagine anything. Have no imagination at all.
Well, I stand corrected. Do you suppose you go so far as to suppose sometimes?
Now and then.
Do you suppose Dr. Manette has any theory of his own preserved through all these years as to the cause of his oppression? Perhaps even as to the name of his oppressor?
I don't suppose anything about it but what Lady Bird tells me.
And that is?
That she thinks.
'Tis strange he should never touch upon the question.
Well, to the best of my understanding, the man the best you'll tell me, he's afraid of the whole subject.
Afraid?
It's plain enough. His loss of himself grew out of it. Not knowing how he lost himself or how he recovered himself, he can never be certain of not losing himself again.
True. And fearful to reflect upon.
Sometimes he gets up in the dead of night and can be heard walking up and down. Walking up and down in his room. Lady Bird has learned to know then that it's his mind walking up and down. Walking up and down in his old prison.
Here he comes. We shall continue this conversation in the kitchen. Show me your custard, Cross.
Shall I go on, sir?
Yes, go on.
Dear Dr. Manette, you must believe it. I love your daughter dearly, devotedly, disinterestedly. If ever there were love in the world, I love her. You have loved yourself, and your old love speak for me.
No. I ask your pardon. I do not doubt your loving Lucy. You may be sure of that. Have you spoken with her of marriage?
There is a tenderness so unusual and so touching between you and Miss Manette that I have felt, and do even now feel,
To bring my love between you is to touch your history with something not quite so good as itself. But I love her. Heaven is my witness that I love her.
I believe you.
I look only to sharing your life and home, not to come between you and Lucy, but to bind her closer to you, if such a thing may be.
You speak feelingly and honestly. I thank you for that. If there were any apprehensions against the man she really loved, they would all be obliterated for her sake. She's everything to me. More to me than suffering, more to me than wrong, more to me than... Well, this is idle. Charles Dunn, I will not stand in your way.
Dr. Lunette, I thank you. Your confidence in me ought to be returned with full confidence on my part. My present name, though but slightly changed, is not my own. I wish to tell you what it is and why I am in England.
Stop!
I wish it, that I may better deserve your confidence.
Stop! Tell me when I ask you, not now. If your suit should prosper, Lucy should love you. Tell me on the morning of your wedding.
Monsieur the Marquis was driven on from the suburb at Saint-Antoine.
A blush upon the noble countenance of Monsieur le Marquis was no impeachment upon his high breeding.
It was occasioned by an external circumstance beyond his control.
The setting sun.
It will die out directly.
At last the carriage arrived at a poor village near the chateau of Monsieur the Marquis and stopped.
You there, come here. What did you look at so fixedly?
Monsignor, I looked at the man.
What man, pig?
Pardon?
Who?
Oh, Monsignor, I looked at the man.
The devil take these idiots. Who was he?
Oh, for all my days, I've never seen him.
What was he like?
He was whiter than the villa, all covered in dust, white as a spectre, tall as a spectre.
Go on!
The carriage broke into a brisk trot, and Monseigneur,
escorted by the Furies,
rapidly diminished the league or two of distance that remained between him and his dinner.
At last the carriage stopped.
Up the broad flight of narrow steps, Monsieur the Marquis proceeded. Went to the great door of his chateau.
My nephew arrived.
I know, Monseigneur.
He will arrive tonight. Leave the table where it is.
After a quarter of an hour, Monseigneur was ready.
Sat down to a light supper.
Suddenly,
What was that? I thought I heard something.
Monseigneur?
Outside the window. Well?
Monseigneur, it is nothing. Only the night and the trees are there.
Good. Good.
He was halfway through his meal when he heard the sound of a visitor arrive.
It is your nephew, Monseigneur.
Who had been a few leagues behind Monseigneur on the road,
Had diminished the distance rapidly.
and had heard at the posting houses that Monseigneur was before him,
Was told that supper awaited him.
was prayed to come to it.
He was known in England as Mr. Charles Darnay.
Gabelle, my dear old friend!
Oh, good Master Charles!
I had hardly dared hope that I should
Thank you,
see
Gabelle, up at the old.
I shall ring for you. Ever a friend of servants, Monsieur Charles.
I've answered your summons. I've come back, sir,
Eventually.
but still pursuing the object that carried me away.
It led me into great and unexpected peril, but it is a sacred object, and I hope, if it had carried me to death, it would have sustained me.
Not to death, it is not necessary to say to death.
I doubt, sir, if it had carried me to the utmost brink of death, you would have cared to have stopped me there.
No.
Indeed, I believe it at once to be your bad fortune and my good fortune that has kept me out of a prison in France.
Dare I ask you to explain?
I believe, were you not in disgrace with the court, and had not been overshadowed by that cloud for years past, that a lettre de cachet would have sent me to some fortress indefinitely.
It is possible. But I am, as you say, at a disadvantage. These little instruments of creation, these gentle aids to the power and honour of families are now only to be obtained by interest and importunity. We have lost many privileges, and the assertion of our station in this day should cause us real inconvenience. All very bad, very bad.
We have so asserted our station that I believe our name to be more detested than any name in France.
Well, let us hope so. Detestation of the high is the involuntary homage of the low.
There is not a face I can look at in all the country round about me that looks on you with any deference but the dark deference of fear and slavery.
A compliment to the grandeur of family, merited by the manner in which the family sustained its grandeur.
A manner which required we injure every human creature that came between us and our pleasure. And so I am left to execute the last request of my dear mother's lips, and to obey the last look of her eyes, which implored me to have mercy and to redress.
Better to be a rational creature and accept a natural destiny. But you are lost, Monsieur Charles, I see.
The inheritance and title are lost to me. I renounce them. If they fell to me from you, I would abandon them and live otherwise and elsewhere. What is this property but a crumbling tower of waste, mismanagement, hunger, oppression, and suffering?
You? And I forgive my curiosity, but how do you, under your new philosophy, graciously intend to live?
I shall work.
In England, for example?
Yes.
They say, these boastful English, it is the refuge of many. You know a compatriot who has taken refuge there? A doctor.
Yes.
With a daughter.
Yes.
Yes. A doctor with a daughter. Yes. And so commences the new philosophy. You are fatigued. Good night.
Uncle, what
Good
is
night. I look forward to the pleasure of seeing you again in the morning. Good repose. Cabell!
Yes, Monseigneur?
Light Monsieur, my nephew, to his chamber there.
Yes, Monseigneur.
And burn Monsieur, my nephew, in his bed.
Monsieur the Marquis walked to and fro in his loose chamber robe to prepare himself for sleep that hot, still night.
Rustling about his chamber, his soft little feet making no noise on the floor. He moved like a refined tiger.
Revenge, 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 revenge! Drive him fast in his tomb.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Yes.
I must fulfill my promise to you and tell you the whole truth of my history,
Yes.
so that nothing stands between us.
And his marriage day,
Charles Darnay told the good doctor of Beauvais
where he had been born and why he was in England.
the nature of his lifelong quest and the obligations that bound him to it,
But most importantly, he told the doctor his name.
and who his father had been.
And who his uncle was. His grace, the late and greatly unlamented Marquis St. Evrem.
Take her, Charles. She is yours.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying. You are.
I, Miss Bruce?
Well, you were just now. I saw you do it.
Oh, dear me, dear me. Perhaps I was. This is an occasion that makes a man reflect on all he has lost. To think that there might have been a Mrs. Lorry any time these past 50 years almost.
Not at all.
Do you think there might never have been a Mrs. Lorry?
You're a bachelor in your cradle.
Well, that's quite probable too.
And you were cut out to be a bachelor before you were put in your cradle.
Then I think I have been very unfairly dealt with, and that I ought to have been given a voice in the selection of my pattern. Good heavens. What's that?
Army, we are lost.
Quickly! Follow me!
Good day, madame.
Ah, good day, monsieur.
Have the kindness to give me a little glass of old cognac and a mouthful of cool, fresh water, madame.
Good day, age about 40. Good day, average height. Good day, fair hair, brown eyes, handsome visage, sallow complexion. Good day, one and all.
How is business?
Very bad. The people are so poor.
Ah, yes. The unfortunate, miserable people. And so oppressed, as you say.
As you say.
Of course. But naturally you think so.
I think. I have enough to do to run this wine shop without thinking. All we think here is how to live. I think for others, no. You must speak to my husband. He'll return shortly.
Dr. Manette. Dr. Manette, my dear friend, Dr. Manette.
Work to be done.
Dr. Manette, think where you are. Think what you do.
A young lady's walking show, I must find it. It should have been finished long ago. Where is it?
Do you know me, my dear friends?
What did you say?
I beg you, think again. This is not your proper occupation. Think, dear friend.
Good day, monsieur.
Good day.
Bad business, this of Gaspard's execution.
Gaspard,
Yes, the dead child's father.
many children die in these streets, monsieur.
My sir, the child cruelly slain by Monsieur the Marquis, himself so cruelly slain by the dead child's father.
So they say.
He built a gallows by the village fountain, 40 feet high. On top of the gallows, he fixed a knife, blade upwards, point in the air. He hangs there still, poisoning the water.
He knew beforehand what the price of his luxury was. He has paid that price.
I believe there is much compassion and anger touching the poor fellow, between ourselves.
Is there?
Is there not?
Well, we've not heard of it.
Oh, if only my ladybird were here.
No, this must be kept a secret from Lucy at all costs.
A secret?
It is her honeymoon. Write to her.
A letter?
describing his having been called away.
In his current condition,
No. Pretend he has been called away.
deceive my ladybird,
A kind deception.
but called away by whom?
Called away professionally.
Ah,
I shall, for the first time in my life, absence myself from Tellson's. I must stay with him always, reading and writing and so forth. He must see this is a free place.
Conversing with you recalls to me that I have the pleasure of honouring and associating with your name.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. When Dr. Manette was released, you had the charge of him. I know. He was delivered to you. You see, I am informed of the circumstance.
Such is the fact, certainly.
Yes, it was to you that his daughter came, and from your care that she took him to England.
Such is the fact.
She is lately married.
Only lately? She was pretty enough to have been married long ago. You English are cold, it seems to me.
Oh, you know I am English.
I perceive your tongue is.
Yes, Miss Manette is to be married to one like yourself who is French by birth. The curious thing is the nephew of the Marquis, of whom poor Gaspard was exalted to so great a height. In other words, the present Marquis. He lives unknown in England. Charles Darnay, he calls himself.
No.
We are grateful for this news of an old acquaintance and naturally happy for her happiness. Another cognac, monsieur?
No, I must take my leave. I look forward to the pleasure of seeing Monsieur and Madame Defarge again.
Can it be true?
Since he has said it, it's probably false, but it may be true.
If it is,
If it is,
we live to see the great reckoning. I hope for her sake that destiny will keep our husband out of France.
our husband's destiny will take him where he is to go and lead him to the end that is to end him.
But isn't it strange, after all our sympathy for Dr. Manette and his daughter, that her husband's name should be so proscribed under your hand by the side of that accursed spy who just left the earth?
Stranger things than that will happen when it does come. I have them both here of a certainty, and they are both here for their merits, and that is enough.
The third day came and went, the fourth, the fifth, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. The hope ever darkening and the heart always growing heavier and heavier, Mr. Lorry passed through this anxious time. The shoemaker was growing dreadfully skillful, with hands ever more nimble and expert.
Hey-ho, hum.
What? Where? Yes.
Shall I bring his breakfast now?
Yes, of course, possibly. Are you quite well?
Gone!
Dr. Manette!
Dead!
Ross!
He threw himself from the window.
What?
His poor body broken on the stones below.
No sign of him.
Somebody swept him up.
Nonsense.
Good morning, Mr. Lorry. Ross?
Dr. Manette!
I've been downstairs. Is it not time for breakfast?
Why, yes. Breakfast, Ross. What are you thinking of?
Oh, well, my blessed Aunt Betsy.
Perhaps you stayed the night with us, Mr. Lorry. Did the excitement of the wedding fatigue
Oh,
you?
look at the wedding.
Exactly. The wedding. Ross, breakfast in the dining room as usual. What a happy day this is. Happy for a Wednesday, this is.
But today is surely Sunday.
No. Wednesday, I assure you, first Wednesday of August. Now, shall we go?
The first Wednesday in August.
Why, yes.
Impossible.
No, I assure you.
But only yesterday.
10 days ago.
How does this happen?
My dear friend.
Relapse. There's been a relapse.
Slight only slight.
Of how long duration?
9 days and nights.
How did it manifest itself? In the resumption of an old pursuit?
That is the fact.
Dreaded this.
If we could prevent a revival of this, if you had confided in us.
Impossible. You've no idea how difficult it is to say a word upon the subject.
If we knew the cause of the attack.
I think that some intense associations of a most distressing nature were vividly recalled.
But for the future.
Future? My dear Mr. Lorry, I hope and almost believe that the circumstances likely to lead to a repetition of the disorder are exhausted.
So, forgive me being a persistent man of business, but may I ask you one further question? Is it not a pity that you should keep the instruments of your old profession about you? If the tools of your old trade were gone, my dear man, it might not some of the old fear go with them.
Yes, it is so difficult. They were so important to me.
I would not keep them.
Nothing.
They do no good now. Come. For Lucy's sake.
For Lucy's sake, then. Let it be done.
Dear Margaret.
5 days later, in good health and tranquil state of mind, Dr. Manette went away to join Lucy and her husband. That same night, Mr. Lorry went into the doctor's room carrying a hammer, attended by Miss Cross carrying a light.
There, behind closed doors, in a mysterious and guilty manner, Mr. Lorry smashed the shoemaker's bench to pieces.
While Miss Cross held the candle as if she were assisting at a murder.
For which, indeed, in her grimness, she was no unsuitable figure.
When the newly married pair came home, the first person who arrived to offer his congratulations was Sydney Carton.
Mr. Lyon, I wish we might be friends.
I hope we are already friends. Our fashionable speech.
No, Mr. Carton! You remember a famous occasion when I was drunk, more drunk than usual.
I remember a certain famous occasion where you forced me to confess that you had been drinking.
Curse of such occasions lies heavy on me, for I always remember them. I wish you would forget them.
I forgot it long ago. Fashionable speech again, Mr. Darnay.
Oblivion is not so easy for me, and a light answer does not help me forget it.
Have I nothing more important to remember than the great service that you rendered me that day?
Mere professional
You
claptrap.
make light of the obligation, and I will not quarrel with your light
I've
answer.
gone aside from my purpose anyway. I was speaking about not being friends.
Yes,
Now you know me, dissolute dog, never done any good, never will.
I don't know that you never will.
Why do you take my word for it? If you could endure to have such a worthless fellow coming and going at odd times, I should like to ask if I might be permitted, as a privileged person, and as I should abuse the permission, I might avail myself of it 4 times a year. But it would satisfy me to know I had it.
Will you try?
Then use that cream with your name.
I think so, Carl. By this time.
You seem thoughtful.
He doesn't care about the world, about himself. He travels on no path, follows no intended direction, and seems incapable of all the higher, better flights of men.
Be generous with him, always. He has a heart he very, very seldom reveals, but there are deep wounds in it. But I am sure he is capable of good things, gentle things, even magnanimous things.
I shall always remember it.
A wonderful corner for echoes, that corner where the doctor lived. Ever busily winding the golden thread around her husband, her father, herself, and her old companion in a life of quiet bliss, Lucy sat in the still house, in the tranquility resounding corner, listening to the echoing footsteps of years.
Time passed, and among the advancing echoes came the tread of a child's feet and the sound of a prattling words. Her husband's step was strong and prosperous among them, her father's firm and equal.
But there were other echoes from a distance that rumbled menacingly in the corner, all through the space of time until now, about little Lucy's 6th birthday. They began to have an awful sound, as of a great storm rising in France, with a dreadful sea rising.
On a night in mid-July, 1789.
Ooh. I began to think I should have to pass the night in Tellson's. Ah, we have had such a day of business, I have not known which way to turn or what to do first.
Tell me.
Well, our patrons in France seem not to be able to resign their property to us fast enough.
That is a bad one.
Yes, yes. But we don't seem to know the reason for it. Some people are so unreasonable. Some of us at Tellson's are getting very old.
Still, you know how gloomy and threatening the sky is.
I know, but I am determined to be peevish after my long day. Where is Annette?
He's here.
Charles. Where is Charles?
With Lucy.
Ah, the precious child is safe in there. That's right. All safe and well. I know no other reason why things should be other than safe and well. Thank God. All safe and well.
When I enter a great city by night, I know every one of the houses encloses its own secrets. Every room in every one of them encloses its own secret. And every heart in the hundreds of thousands is a secret to the heart nearest to it. Something in the awfulness of death is referable to this. Death. Death. The inexorable perpetration of the secrets. And only the burial places of this city are any of the sleepers more unknowable than its busy inhabitants are to me. Or I to them.
As fire burns dry tinder. You are a sickness in this land. A sickness!
A sickness from which you shall never recover.
It is a cell!
Show me!
105 North Tower!
Out of the way! Shine a torch along the back of that wall there so I can see. Stop! What's that?
AM!
Alexandra Manette. Give me that. Quite had it. I knew it'd be here.
What is it? Some precious citizen?
Only a paper citizen. Only a written paper. But a treasure of a kind.
The sea rushed on, the remorseless sea of destruction, turbulently swaying shapes, voices of vengeance, faces hardened in the grimaces of suffering. Such risings of fire, risings of sea, the firm earth was shaken by the rules of an angry ocean which now knew no ebb. 4 years of tempest were consumed.
My castle burst.
My horses roasted. My carriage used for firewood.
We are no longer appreciated as a club.
The king is dead.
No, he owed me 40,000 livres. He owed me 80,000.
You owe me as much.
And you owe me a great deal more.
And you, gentlemen, by order of Mr. Lorry, owe Tellson's Bank a great deal more.
When the rebellion is
Yes,
suppressed,
and the monarchy restored, and our land returned to us. By whom? What? What power can turn this tide now? Would you do battle with the wind and the waves?
we have friends and allies, sir, in every country in Europe.
And our friends have arms.
There is a great plan.
A secret plan. I have a letter from the king's brother.
And there has been a letter delivered to Tellson's Bank. Yes. And I have a letter, gentlemen, from a French gentleman, supposedly in England. I have referred it to every one of our clients, and no one can tell me where he is to be found.
His name?
The Marquis St. Everard.
No, no,
Decadent.
traitor.
A degenerate nephew of the Marquis who was murdered.
Happy to say, I never knew.
A craven who abandoned his post.
Infected by the new doctrines, abandoned his estates, left them to the ruffian hub.
You may not understand the gentleman.
Damn the fellow.
I know the fellow.
I am sorry for it.
Why?
There is a contamination in such a scoundrel.
No. I wonder if he is not at the head of them all.
No. I know a little of human nature, but this fellow would never trust himself to the mercies of his vulgar proteges. No. He'll turn his back on them early in the engagement and sneak away.
I tell you,
Mr. Darnay, would you take charge of the letter? You know where to deliver it.
Oh, I do.
Extremely grateful, sir.
Very ill at ease with himself, and with these noble emigrants, as with most other men, Darnay went out into the street, opened the letter, and read it.
It is from Gabelle.
You are accused of acting against the people for an emigrant, an aristocrat, Charles Evermond.
You shall await your trial in the prison of the Abbaye in Paris.
For the sake of liberty, of brotherhood, I have always acted for the people. Charles Evremond, he forsook his inheritance and told me that I must look after the people. He is their friend. He is a comrade of the people.
Then why does he hide in England? His place is surely at our side.
If he sewed it off the people, then how can he bear a moment's absence from them?
But I have regained all the taxes, imposed no fines, collected no rent.
You have acted for an emigrant. Your life is forfeit.
In the name of heaven, of justice, of the dear name of your dear family, dear monsieur, I supplicate you to succor and release me. I beg you, in the name of our old friendship and of your dear dead mother, to stand by me.
Gabelle! My good and faithful friend, I would have been there, would have found a way to come, to supervise the change myself. I've been thoughtless, slow to act.
Charles?
Oh, my love, oh, I've heard such news. My country cries out, fire lights fire. The innocent are slain for standing in the shadows of the guilty.
But you do so much already. We have helped a dozen fugitives, written 1,000 letters, sought to protect old friends.
Always from a distance. I have acted imperfectly, selfishly.
You have been faithful to your family. I know what it has cost.
Too little.
Take you, Charles. Do not be tempted back.
I could help, speak for mercy and humanity, rescue an old friend.
I know that if you return to France, I shall never see you again. It is a fine and worthy thing to plunge into the torrent when a man is drowning. Madness to do it with a rescuer will die as certainly as he would be rescued. You cannot throw your life away, Charles Darnley. Think of your daughter. Think of our life together.
Yes, of course. Of course, Mama.
But his resolution was made. He must go to Paris.
The lodestone rock was drawing him, and he must sail on until he struck.
But he knew of no rock. He saw hardly any danger.
His good intentions to the people, to the reforms on his estate, presented themselves before him in an aspect that would be gratefully acknowledged upon his arrival in France to present them.
Urgent business of Towson's Bank recalled Mr. Lorry to Paris.
It is safe enough for me. Nobody will want to interfere with an old fellow hard upon the full score when there are so many other far more worth interfering.
I have delivered that letter. Will you take a verbal answer?
That I will, I readily.
It is to a prisoner in the Abbaye.
His name?
Gabelle. Say simply, he has received the letter and will come.
Any time.
He will start upon his journey tomorrow night.
I shall say so. Well, goodbye, my dear fellow. Love to Lucy, and to little Lucy. Take precious care of them till I get back.
That night he sat up late and wrote 2 letters. One to Lucy explaining the strong obligation he was under to go to Paris. The other to the doctor, confiding Lucy and their dear child in his care.
The next evening he embraced Lucy, pretending that he would return by and by. He returned into the heavy mist, the heavy street, with a heavier heart.
In the name of heaven, of justice, of generosity, of the noble name of your own dear family, monsieur, I supplicate you to succor and release me.
Towson's Bank, situated near the Place du Carrousel in Paris, was in the wing of a large house, on the windows of which it is possible to glimpse one of the sharper children of the Revolution, the guillotine.
Thank God no one near and dear to me are in this dreadful town today. May God have mercy on all who are in danger. Manette!
Oh, my dear friend.
Lucy, what are you doing here? Ross, what has happened? What has gone wrong?
It is Charles.
Charles, what of him?
He is here.
Here, in Paris?
It has been some days, 3 or 4, I don't know how many, I can't collect my thoughts. An errand of generosity brought him here, known to us. He was stopped at the barrier and sent to prison.
No. No.
I fear it is the truth.
Heavens, come in, come in. He will be safe at Telson's. Ross, back, please.
You are consigned, Egremont, to the prison of La Force.
Just heaven, under what laws and for what offence?
We have new laws and new offences since you were here last. Was it you who married the daughter of Dr. Manette, once a prisoner in the Bastille?
Yes.
My name is Defarge.
Yes, I remember. My wife came to your home to reclaim her father.
In the name of our new mistress, La Guillotine, you should not have come to France.
Indeed, all here is so changed, so sudden and unfair. I feel I am lost. Monsieur Defarge, will you render me a little help?
I will do nothing for you. My duty is to my country and the people. I am a sworn servant of both against you. I will do nothing for you.
What is that, boys?
Don't look at Manette, for your life, do not look at
My dear friend, I bear a charmed life in this city. I have been a Bastille prisoner. There is not a patriot in Paris who would touch me, except to overwhelm me with embraces or to carry me in triumph. My old pain has given me a power that has brought us safely to the barrier, given us news of Charles there, and brought us here.
We must know the words, Mr. Lorry, whatever our fear.
For Pete's sake!
What is that noise? Don't be afraid. Father.
Revenge! 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 Liberty! Fraternity!
We want some revenge.
Condemned by the tribunal sitting in the first year of the Republic, 14th Earlior, 22 enemies of the people.
Yes!
First, Philippe Dargay, the former Comte de Mantuan. Yes! Yes! Second, Pierre Vagnon, former member of the National Convention and counter-revolutionary. Yeah!
Ye not so many that it and the ground it most polluted were a rotten red.
It hushed the eloquent, struck down the powerful, abolished the beautiful and good.
22 friends of note, 21 living and 1 dead. It lopped off the heads that morning in as many minutes. Traitors, aristocrats, priests, and enemies of the people!
Dr. Manette hastened down into the public square when the bloody ritual of death had run its terrible course.
His streaming white hair, his remarkable face, and the impetuous confidence of his manner carried him to the heart of the terrible throng.
And then Mr. Lorry saw him in the midst of a dense crowd, linked shoulder to shoulder, who hurried him away with cries of, "Live the Bastille prisoner!
Live the Bastille prisoner!
Move to one side, the Bastille prisoner, make way!"
Revolution!
On the morning of the second day, Dr. Manette had still not returned, but Tellson's received another visitor.
Where is Madame Darnay?
Well, I am sure, bold-faced. I trust you are pretty well.
I wish to see her. If I am to protect her, I must see her.
I, gabble away in that devil's hocus-pocus. I am a good Englishwoman and lucky not to understand.
Besides, I have this letter for her.
Well, all I can say to you is, I'm the subject of His Most Royal Majesty King George III. And as such, my maxim is, confound your politics, frustrate your knavish tricks, on him our hopes we fix. God save the king!
Ross, for heaven's sake! Madame
Defarge.
Madame Defarge!
So, you are his child.
My father is Dr. Manette. My husband,
I have this letter for him.
from Charles. From my husband. Oh, good gracious, Ross! I think I shall find a letter from Charles, from the falls. Here, you must read it to me. Tell me what it says.
Dearest, take courage. I am well, and your husband has influence around me. You cannot answer this. Kiss our child for me.
Thank God. Thank God, Madame Defarge, this is a blessing to us.
I have seen you. It is enough. I must go.
You will be good to my husband. You will do him no harm.
Your husband is not my business here. It is the daughter of your father that is my business here.
Then, for my sake, be merciful to my husband, for my child's sake. We are more afraid of you than of these others.
What does he say in his little in jail and kept from them many a time. All our lives we have seen our sister women and their children suffer poverty, neglect, hunger, and misery of all kinds. Judge you! Do you think the trouble of one wife and mother would be much to us now?
Oh, Prof, my courage deserts me.
Oh, my ladybird, it takes courage to say so.
I'm not unhopeful. That dreadful woman thinks to cast a shadow on me and on all my hopes.
Like a great grey cloud, my pet. No substance in it, but frightful to behold.
Dr. Manette did not return until the morning of the 4th day of his absence.
I was taken to the prison at La Force, there presented by the crowd that took me to the tribunal. One of the body arose, identified me.
He is the man he says he is.
I was greeted with the greatest excitement. I persuaded the tribunal to call for Charles. He was examined. The president conferred with Defarge and said,
The prisoner must remain in custody, but for your sake he shall remain inviolate, in safe custody.
Mr. Lorry feared that the scenes of carnage, the anxiety, the horror of the time would presently revive the old danger in his friend. But he need not have feared.
my years of desolation were not mere waste of ruin. As my beloved daughter restored me to myself, so I shall restore to her the dearest part of herself. By heaven, I will do it.
All things seem to yield before his persevering purpose.
He used his influence so wisely that he was soon the respected physician of 3 prisons, and among them on La Force.
He saw Charles Darnay weekly and took sweet messages to Lucy straight from his lips.
The Republic of Liberty, Equality, Fraternity, or Death, declared for victory or death against the world in arms.
But although the doctor tried hard and never ceased trying to have Charles Darnay set at liberty, or at least to have him brought to trial, the public current of the time had set too strong and fast against him.
No pause, no pity, no peace, no interval of relenting rest, no measurement of time.
The executioner showed the people the head of the king's wife. 1 year and 3 months. During all that time, Lucy was never sure from hour to hour, but that the guillotine would strike off her husband's head next day. And every day through the stony streets, the tumbrils jolted heavily, filled with the condemned.
No pause, no pity, no peace, no interval of relenting rest.
And then, one morning in December,
Charles is summoned for tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yes, there's no time to lose. I'm well prepared. Your time of suspense is at an end. He shall be restored to you.
The dread tribunal of judge, public prosecutor, and determined jury sat every day.
Charles Evremond, called Darnay, you are accused as an emigrant, banished on pain of death.
take off his head!
Yes, death to you.
You are not an emigrant?
No, not in the sense accepted by the tribunal.
But you married in England?
Yes.
Who?
Lucy Manette, only daughter of Dr. Manette, the good physician who stands there. I have come back to save a citizen's life and to bear his testimony at whatever personal cost to the truth. Is that a crime in the eyes of the Republic?
No!
So far from being a friend of the aristocratic government in England, Charles Darnay has actually been tried for his life fine as the foe to England and the friend of the United States.
Yes.
Your verdict, citizens?
Not guilty!
Lucy, on my own I am safe.
Dearest Charles, thank God.
Your father's triumph. No man in France could have done what he has done for me.
Don't cry, my dear. Never tremble so. I've saved you.
May I ask a question, Dr. Manette?
I think you may take that liberty.
For gracious sake, then talk about liberty. You've had quite enough of that. Oh, is there any prospect yet of us getting out of this place?
I'm afraid not. It would be too dangerous.
Oh, then we must have patience and wait. What is that?
Time to hover.
I thought I heard a sound upon the stairs.
My dear, the staircase is as still as death.
Charles Evermond called Darnay.
I know you, Evermond. I saw you at the tribunal today. You are once again a prisoner of the Republic.
How does this happen?
He is denounced under the section of Saint-Antoine.
Who has denounced him?
It is against the rules.
Who has denounced him?
He is denounced, and gravely, by the citizen and citizeness Defarge, and by one other.
By what other?
Do you ask, Citizen Doctor?
Yes.
Then you shall be answered. Tomorrow. Come.
Mr. Barsad, a word with you. I lighted on you, Mr. Barsad, from the prison at the conciergerie about an hour ago. I've been following you, Mr. Barsad.
That's not my name.
Why do you answer to it then?
Who the devil are you?
A stranger, one who remembers the face well. I haven't seen you at the Old Bailey for a while.
What's your meaning?
Trial of Charles Darnay. You were a witness. Having this reason for associating you with the misfortunes of my friend, now very unfortunate, I walked in your direction. Gradually, what I've done at random seemed to shape itself into a purpose, Mr. Barsad.
What purpose?
I would be troublesome. Might even be dangerous to you if I stay here in the street. I'm staying at Tellson's with Mr. Jarvis Lorry. I only arrived yesterday evening. Perhaps you could show me the quickest way.
Under a threat?
Did I say that?
Then why should I go with you?
Really, Mr. Barsad, I can't say if you can't.
Do you mean to say that you won't say, sir?
You have to remember me very clearly, Mr. Barsad.
Very well. Hear what you have to say. Yes, I will go with you.
Now in my left, as if I were dead. 5 paces by 4.5. 5 paces by 4.5. 5 paces by 4.5. He may choose, but lived. And there, in the other room, amongst the ghosts, she was there. She stood. A woman like her, a gleam of candlelight in her hair. She looked like... No. 5 paces by 4.5. 5 paces by 4.5. How could she be there? How could she be there?
Barsad is a spy. A spy in the prisons here.
Barsad? Barsad, I knew that name.
The Old Bailey, witness of the trial.
Good heavens, yes. I hoped I'd never set eyes on you again, sir.
We'll wish you hadn't now. I followed him, listened to his conversation. Darnay has been arrested again.
What do you tell me? I left him safe and free within these 2 hours.
Mr. Barsad took the soldiers to Charles Darnay's door. When was it done, Mr. Barsad?
An hour ago.
You were going before the tribunal at Saint Antoine tomorrow.
I believe so.
But surely, Dr. Manette could arrange for his release.
I own to you I'm shaken that he could not. Perhaps his influence will stand him in good stead tomorrow as today.
Perhaps.
These are desperate times. Desperate games are played for desperate stakes. Let the doctor play the winning game. I will play the losing one. The stake I have chosen to play for is a friend in the prison of the conciergerie. That friend is you, Mr. Barsad.
You need have good cards, sir.
I'll run them over. See what I hold. Mr. Lorry, you know what a brute I am. I wish you could give me a little brandy. Mr. Barsad, emissary of Republican committees, now turnkey, now prisoner. Always a spy and secret informer, represents himself to his latest employers under a false name. It's a very good card. Mr. Barsad, now in the employ of the Republican French government, formerly in the employ of the aristocratic English government, the enemy of France and freedom. That's an excellent card. Inference clear as day that Mr. Barsad is the spy of Pitt, an English traitor, an agent of so much mischief spoken of, and so difficult to find. It's my card not to be beaten. We've been following my hand, Mr. Barsad.
Not to understand your play, sir.
I play my ace. Denunciation of Mr. Barsad for the nearest section committee. Now, look over your hand. See what you hold. Don't hurry. Guess it seems to like your hand, Mr. Barsad.
I think so. I can appeal to a man of your years of benevolence. Whether it can be that this man can reconcile it to his station of play that ace of which he has spoken.
I play my ace, Mr. Barsad, in a very few minutes without any scruples.
You spoke of a proposal. What is it? Now we are all desperate here. I may denounce you if I think it proper. What is it you want?
Not much. You're a turnkey at the prison of the conciergerie.
I tell you there is no such thing as escape possible.
Why do you need to tell me what I do not ask? You are a turnkey.
I am sometimes.
You can be when you choose.
I can pass in and out when I choose.
Very well. You will take me to see our prisoner when the time is right.
It could be done.
It must be.
Will be then.
Very well. We shall meet tomorrow evening after the tribunal. There will be more details to explain. Now, good night, Mr. Barsad. Thank you.
But access to him will not free him.
I never said it would. You're a good man, and a true friend. Forgive me if I notice you are affected. I could not see my father weep and sit by careless, and I could not respect your sorrow more if you were my father. Well, you're free from that misfortune, however. But do not tell Lucy of this arrangement with Mr. Barsad. It will not help her to go see poor darling. I cannot help her, and I shall not see her. I'll help her in my own way. How does she look?
Anxious, unhappy, very beautiful. Pardon?
Have your duties here come to an end?
Yes, I have my leave to pass. I was ready to go.
Yours is a long life to look back on, isn't it?
I am in my 78th year.
Useful all your life. Steadily occupied, trusted, respected.
I have been a man of business ever since I was a man. Indeed, I may say I was a man of business when I was a boy.
See what a place you fill at 78. How many people will miss you? You leave it empty.
A solitary old bachelor. Nobody will weep for me.
How can you say that? Wouldn't she weep for you? Wouldn't her child weep for you?
Yes. Of course. I didn't quite mean what I said.
Is it a thing to thank God for, sir?
To be sure, to be sure.
Tell me, Mr. Lorry, is your childhood seem far off?
No, no. For as I get closer and closer to the end, I move in the circle nearer and nearer to the beginning. My heart is touched now by many remembrances of my sweet, pretty little mother, and of the world when what we call the world was not quite so real for me as it is now, and all my faults were not confirmed.
I understand the feeling. Are you the better for it?
I hope so. But you are young.
My young way is not the way of ages. Enough of me.
And of me, I am sure.
Good night. I shall prowl the streets a while, but never fear, I shall see you in court in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
Sydney Carton went out into the street. Under a glimmering lamp, he wrote with a pencil on a scrap of paper. Then, traversing with the decided step of someone who remembered the way well, several dark and dirty streets, he stopped at a chemist's shop.
Good night, citizen.
Good night to you.
Can supply me.
Well, this is for you, citizen. You know, you must not mix them, citizen. You realise the consequences of mixing them. They must be kept separately.
Perfectly.
Remember,
there's nothing more to do until tomorrow. There's nothing more to do. I shan't sleep.
Long ago, as a youth of great promise, Sydney Carton had followed his father to his grave. His mother had died years before. These words, spoken in his father's grave, now arose in his mind.
I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die.
His was the settled manner of a tired man who had wandered, strayed, struggled, got lost, but now who had found his way at length and saw its end.
Charles Evermond, called Darnay, released yesterday, re-accused and retaken yesterday, suspected and denounced enemy of the Republic, aristocrat, last of a family of tyrants, who use their abolished privileges to the infamous oppression of the people. Under this proscription, the people demand the law upon its head.
Is the accused openly denounced or secretly?
Openly.
By who?
Three voices, Ernest Defarge, wine vendor of Saint Antoine.
Good.
Therese Defarge, his wife.
Good.
Alexander Manette, physician.
Oh, and where is the whole conspirator who dares to say that I denounced the husband of my child?
Citizen Mallet, be tranquil. See what is to follow. Be silent.
Citizen Defarge, you did good service that day at the Bastille, citizen.
So they say.
Inform the tribunal of what happened that day within the Bastille.
I knew that this doctor I used to serve had been confined in a cell known as 105 North Tower. I mounted to the cell and searched it. Concealed there, I find a written paper. This is that written paper. It is the writing of Dr. Manette.
What does it say, citizen?
It tells how the prisoner's father and his uncle took the doctor here to see a girl, a peasant girl, abducted by the prisoner's father, violated by the prisoner's father, robbed of her reason by the prisoner's father. It tells of her father's death and of her husband's. Her father broken by shame and grief. Her husband sacrificed when he refused the prisoner's father his indulgence with the girl. It tells of her brother murdered when he tried to rescue the girl. It tells of her death and how they laughed to be rid of her. It tells how the doctor had seen and heard too much and how they brought him to his living grave. It ends, these men and their descendants, to the last of their race, I, Alexander Manette, unhappy prisoner, do this night, in my unbearable agony, denounce to the time when all things shall be answered. I denounce them to heaven and to earth.
I smite my bosom with these two hands, and I tell you, citizen, that peasant family so injured by the two Evermore brothers was my family. That sister of the murdered boy was my sister. That husband was my sister's husband. That brother was my brother. That father was my father. Those dead are my dead, and that summons to answer for those things descends to me.
Guilty! 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 Unanimously voted at heart and by descent. A traitor to the people, an aristocrat, an enemy of the revolution. Take him from here to his prison. The sentence will be death! Death! Oh, death! 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 Die!
I have observed your face, citizen doctor. I have observed your face not to be the face of a true friend of the Republic. I have observed your daughter too. Let me but lift my finger.
Farewell, dear darling of my soul.
I can bear it, dear child. A parting blessing for our child.
I send it to her by you. I kiss her by you. I say farewell to her by you.
My husband. No, a moment. We shall not be parted long. I think this may break my heart by a night.
I should have done more to make your husband more heaven and 1,000 kings.
No, no, what have you done that you should blame yourself? We now know what you underwent when you suspected my descent, and when you knew it. We thank you with all our hearts, with all our love and duty. Heaven be with you. Heaven be with you both.
Doctor! You are my witness in the days when all things are to be answered for. You are my witness. You are my witness. You are my witness. You are my witness.
Dr. Manette, take her home, look after her, but do not recall her to herself. She is better so. Mr. Lorry, a word.
All is lost. He will perish.
They are in great danger. They're in danger of denunciation by Madame Dufarge. I never heard words of that woman before the tribunal. She plans the denunciation within a week, and pretends it with the usual one, a prison plot.
Lord.
You don't look so horrified. You will save them all.
Heaven grant I may, Carton. But how?
If you have money, you can buy means of travel to the sea coast as fast as the journey can be made. Now have your horses ready and starting trim by 9 o'clock in the morning. Now for sake of her father and her child, press upon her the necessity of leaving Paris with them and you at that hour. Now wait for me to come to you. The moment I arrive, take me in and drive away.
I understand. I wait for you under all circumstances.
Wait for nothing but for my place to be occupied, and then for England.
Then I understand that I shall not be one old man. I shall have a young and ardent man by my side.
God willing, I do too. Now promise me not to change the detail of this plan.
I promise, and I pray to God I play my part faithfully.
I do too. Good night.
Goodbye, dear Mr. Carton, until the morning.
Adieu. Mr. Barsad, a word.
In the black prison of the conciergerie, the doomed of the day awaited their fate.
Charles Darnay, alone in his cell, fully comprehended that no personal influence could possibly save him.
But it was not easy, the face of his beloved wife fresh before him, to compose his mind for what it must bear.
His hold on life was strong and very, very hard to loosen. By gradual degrees and efforts, it loosened the little there. It clenched the tighter there. And when he came to bear his strength on that fist, and it yielded, this was closed again.
He wrote a long letter to Lucy, another to her father, a third to Mr. Lorry, explaining, encouraging, consoling, entreating. He never once thought of Carton. His mind was so full of the others that he never once thought of him.
9 o'clock in the somber morning. God's prayer. 10 is the final hour. There is but another now.
He had never seen the instrument that was to terminate his life.
How high will it be? How many steps? Where shall I be stood? How touched? Will their hands be red? Which way shall they turn my face? Will I be first or last?
Go it alone. I wait to the end. Lose no time.
All the people on earth, you least expected to see me.
I cannot believe it to be you. You are not a prisoner.
No, I have some power over one of the keepers here. I bring a request from her. Your wife, Darnay.
Oh, what is it?
The most earnest, pressing, and emphatic entreaty. You must comply with it. Now take off your coat and put on this of mine.
There is no escaping this place. It is impossible.
Please, Darnay, take off your coat.
It can never be done.
Do I
It's
ask-
madness.
Have I asked you to pass through that door? If I ask that, refuse. Now please, Darnay, hurry. Is there pen and ink?
Yes.
Now, is your hand steady enough to write?
Yes.
Here, now sit. Write what I dictate.
To whom do I address it?
To no one, just listen and write. If you remember the words passed between us long ago, you will readily comprehend this when you read it. You do remember them. It is not in your nature to forget them. Have you really forget them?
I have. Is that a weapon in your hand?
No, I'm not armed.
Oh, what is it in your hand?
You shall know readily. Please, Darnay, write on there but a few more words. I am thankful that the time has come when I can honour them. And I do so is of no cause for regret or grief.
What vapor is that?
Paper?
Something that crossed me.
I'm conscious of nothing. Please, Darnay, value your attention. Hurry, please.
I feel suddenly faint.
Please, Darnay, hurry.
Yes.
Yes, it had been otherwise. It had been otherwise. Enter there! Come in! There, knows your hazard so great. Now quick, you take me out by the same coach you brought me in, yes?
You?
Him, man, him!
Of course.
Now quick, get assistance. Now take him to Mr. Lorry. Now tell Mr. Lorry to remember the words of last night and drive like the devil. Now I was weak and faint when I arrived. I'm fainter now than I leave.
You swear not to betray me.
I have sworn. Now quick, get assistance. Hurry!
You there! Come! His friend is overcome. Help me get him out of here. The time is short, Evermond.
Very well. Come to my friend and seek you.
Come, lift him and away with me.
Be ready, citizen. Time soon.
Citizen Evermond, I was with you in the force.
Yes, I forget what you were accused of.
Plots. The just heaven knows I am innocent of any. I am a seamstress who would make to plot with me.
Indeed.
I am not afraid to die, Citizen Evermond, if the Republic will profit by my death. But I cannot see how that can be.
Nor I.
If I may ride with you, Citizen Evermond, will you let me hold your hand? It will give me courage. Are you dying for him?
Yes, and his wife and child.
Oh, you will let me hold your brave hand, stranger.
To the last, poor sister. To the last.
The wind is rushing after us. The clouds are flying after us. The whole wild night is in pursuit of us. But so far, we are pursued by nothing else.
The wife of Evermond, where is she?
You might by your appearance be the wife of Lucifer. Nevertheless, you shall not get the better of me. I am an Englishwoman.
They reserve my seat and my hitting for me at the place of execution. I wish to see the wife of Evermond.
If those eyes of yours were bed inches, and I was an English four-poster, they shouldn't loosen as Belinda of me. No, you wicked foreign woman, I am your match.
Woman, imbecile, pig-like, out of my way and let me go to her.
I little thought I should ever want to understand your language, but I would give everything I have to know if you suspect the truth.
Citizen Doctor, wife of Evermond, anybody but this miserable fool, answer the citizeness Defarge.
The longer I keep you here, the greater is the hope for my ladybird.
If they are gone, they can be pursued and brought back.
I pray for bodily strength to keep you here, while every minute you are here is worth 100,000 guineas to my darling.
Out of my way, wretch!
You shall not draw it! I'm stronger than you! I shall hold you to one or other of us fates! Or die! The great silence. A great silence. A silence fixed and unchangeable. Never to be broken. Never to be broken as long as my life lasts.
The Curé, Bernard Fanville, traitor to the people.
I think that you were sent to me by heaven.
To me. Keep your eyes upon me, child. Mind no other object.
I mind nothing while I hold your hand. I shall mind nothing when I let it go if they are happy.
They will be rapid, fear not.
I have a cousin whom I love dearly. Tell me, brave friend, when it seems very long while I wait for her in the better place where I'm going now.
It cannot be. There is no time there and no trouble.
Come on to kiss you now. Is the moment come?
Madeleine Mouzin, conspirator and traitor to the people.
See Barstead, and Defarge, the judge, the jurymen, long ranks of the new oppressors rising from the destruction of the old, perishing by this retributive blade, before it shall cease out of its present use. I see a beautiful city, and a brilliant people rising from the abyss, in their struggles to be truly free, in their triumphs and defeats, through long years to come. I see the evil of this time, and the time before, gradually making expiation for itself, and wearing out. I see the lives for who I lay down my life, peaceful, useful, prosperous, and happy in that England that I shall see no more. I see her with the child upon her bosom who bears my name. I see I hold a sanctuary in their hearts, in the hearts of their descendants, generation upon generation. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known.